Hello there, it's Kristine with Queen City Stamp Art, and I'm back this week playing along at the freshly made sketches blog for this week's Clean and Simple card. So I'm absolutely loving the In the Pine stamp set. Absolutely love this stamp set. I love it especially with the dies because I feel like the dies really make it more versatile. I love to pop things up on the surface of my card, and the dies really make that super easy. So we're going to be using this stamped and die bundle again today. And we're also going to be using papers from the Feels Like Frost 6x6 Designer Series paper packet. Now these papers are really frosty and fun. They have sort of a photographic image on one side and then this beautiful silver foil and white pattern on the other side. So you get a lot of variety in this paper pack. This is available in the August to December mini catalog. The item number is 150444, and you get a pack of 48 sheets for $11.50, so it's a great value. This card especially lends itself wonderfully to any kind of designer series paper because you can use up little scraps of it very easily to make beautiful cards. So for my card, I chose two of the scraps. I chose the snowflake pattern and also the pine bough pattern to cut little strips that measure 7/8 of an inch by 2.5 inches. And we're also going to be using the largest rectangle from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So we're going to use this nice scalloped rectangle, and we are going to layer it up with designer series paper. So let's do that right now. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of each of these little strips. And by cutting them at this measurement that I mentioned, 7/8 of an inch by 2.5 inches, they fit perfectly with a little space in between each one. And I'm just going to alternate them. So we'll go with a snowflake and a pine bough and a snowflake. Just like this. And now we have this pretty decorated panel. Then we're going to move on to the stamping. So let's fold the base card in half. It's just a plain whisper white thick base card. And we're going to take dimensional adhesive and pop this layer up off the card front. Like this. And I'm going to center it on the front of the card, but I'm going to push it a little bit more to the top, toward the top, just like that. And then we'll set this part aside, and we're bringing in our ink pads. We're going to stamp the little grove of trees first. I'm making another card with these little grove of trees, just like this, in garden green ink. Very pretty. And then we're going to take the little coordinating die and lay this over the top. And I like to place a Post-it note or a little piece of washi tape over the top and run it through my die cutting machine. And what I end up with is this little die cut grove of trees. Then we're going to take the cherry cobbler ink pad, and we're going to stamp the sentiment, Season's Greetings, in the cherry. I think that by keeping the decorative elements to the card very neutral, and then adding a colorful element along with a colorful sentiment, we get a beautiful finished card that really kind of helps to pop. It helps to pop those elements that you want to see right off the page. A pair of scissors here, and I'm just going to fishtail the ends here, like that. And then we'll bring the card base back in. All right, and then we're going to add some dimensional adhesive to this piece. I like this card because I like how simple it is, but I love the dimension. So we're just going to lay this across the front, like that. And then we're going to add a little bit of regular flat adhesive to the trees and stick them right here to include on the card, like that. And then to finish this off, it doesn't really need anything, but we'll add a couple of little sparkles here. These are just the basic rhinestone gems. I'm going to tuck one there and add a couple right here, just to add a little bit of extra shine. And that finishes off the card for today. So if you like this Pine in the Pines bundle, I encourage you to go to my blog, queencitystampart.com, and sign up for my newsletter, because I'm going to be offering a card class to go in November that will incorporate this stamp and die bundle. And I think if you really love these, you'll love the class. You'll have an option to pick the bundle as part of your registration. If you already own it, then there's a card kit that will be included in the registration. So the bundle and stamp set are actually optional, and you'll be able to own this in your own stash and have some fun making some cards through the class. So if you go to my blog, you can sign up for my newsletter and you'll be informed when that registration becomes available. So thanks so much for joining me today when I made this cute Clean and Simple card. And pop over to the Freshly Made Sketches blog and you'll be able to see more cards using this adorable card design. Thanks!